Hi guys, a bit of a different video this week. I'm showing what happened basically through last year from right at the beginning of the season after harvest 23 to harvest 24. I'll be doing this over 2 videos, but this is part 1. Right, it's now Friday afternoon on the Sumo again. I'm at our other farm now. So I just come over here because we had more rain here. When we had that rain, when was it? Tuesday afternoon, I think it was. Yeah, Tuesday afternoon when we had the heavy rain. We had 15 or 16 mil here, whereas back at our farm we only had 9. So, but no, so I came over here to try it, to see. Look behind me, I better see what we're doing. Got some seagulls following me. Yeah, it's going well. We greased it all up and had to tighten a couple of discs up so they got a bit loose this morning before we came over it. Yeah, I'm now about to go back to the farm and get the flail mower so I can get around these fields so these can be done. Yeah, my replacement's just coming over in a bit. My wife's bringing her over, and then she'll take me back home. So yeah, it's going not too bad. I didn't think it was going to go over here, but thankfully it's dried up enough to keep going. So we'll see how we get on the next couple of days before the next rain comes, how much we get done. Hi guys, I've now dropped the baler off the back. I've just got this flail mower here on the front, doing a bit of flaying around the outside of the field. You can do the first and the second with the flail mower because you can shift it sideways and you can also lift it up and down. Yeah, it's not doing too bad a job. You can go a bit faster with this than you can with the normal like hedger one. So, but you do need a tractor with front linkage obviously and front PTO and hydraulics to the front. At the moment I've got the hydraulics to the front. I have 2 pipes that stand on the tractor, then I have to run 1 extra from the front to the back down the side of the tractor, and I've got everything on this joystick here. This here goes up and down, and that one does left and right, moves it backwards and forwards like that. And then this joystick here, if you pull it backwards towards you, it lifts it up. If you push it forwards, that goes down. But yeah, no, that seems to be doing a cracking job. What we're doing, about 6 kilometres an hour. So yeah, it's doing a good job in there, as you can see it. It does tend to float a little bit. Like if you go over like there, I just went over, it's just like an old gateway, I think is the best way to describe it. It does slightly lift up, but you can't plough into anything like that. So you just have to go, because you haven't got the same amount of breakaway on this than you do have on a normal hedger. There is a bit of breakaway, so it's got some protection, but you can't slam too hard in something, otherwise you'll bend it. So right, here comes the Sumo up the hill. It's now Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock I think, so yeah, it's been going not too bad. Apparently I spoke to him about half an hour ago. He did the night shift. That Sumo has been going non-stop apart from Phil and checking over since 8 o'clock yesterday morning. He just put his lights on. yeah, we've had I think 3 shifts on there. I did some, then a young girl went on there till about 4 o'clock this morning, and then he's been on there till now, and I'm now going to take over from him because I've got to tidy up the fields, because I needed to tidy up around the headlands and that. So Yeah, so we've done a fair few acres over the last 24 hours since we started. So yeah, so I've now got to go and do all the headland work. Yeah, it's doing a good job actually. Not bad for coming in with a combination when it dries out a bit later. Hopefully we'll get a false seabed on here and the weeds will come up, and then I'll have to go through and spray them off. But yeah, we'll just see how things go. But yeah, it's not too bad at all. Right, here we are, a bit of drone footage. The mate who was in the other plough, the one who's actually in the light tractor, that's the non-blue power, because this was the other year before we had the blue power. This is 2020, end of 2023. He'd got a drone, so these shot we're seeing going from right to left, and now it's now going to turn over the other way, going left to right. That was all filmed by him. His drone is just stationary in the sky up there somewhere. But if you look at the field what we're ploughing, you can see the light blue one now. Where he's ploughing behind, that's in a track from the combine, and also what I'm ploughing further behind, you can also see another track from the combine. And if you go up the screen towards the top, you can see exactly where the combine went. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more combine tracks up there to the top, and a little bit of the 6th one at the right hand side. But no, that's because it was a wet harvest, so that's where all the tracks from the combines were. And you can see a couple of angle up there. I reckon that's from the loader when we were cutting the straw. Right, here we are. I'm now out on the drill, combination drill, the 6 metre combination. I've got a tank on the front which is weaving, and on the back we've got 6 metre weaving tine drill and a 6 metre coon power harrow in there, and it's rather dusty as you can see. There's moisture underneath, it's just a bit dry on top. It's going not too bad. We're on the land that's just been Sumo, that's all it's had, Sumo. Last year I had to use the culti press because it was a bit cloddy, but this year it doesn't seem to be too bad. We're getting along not too bad. We're set at, we're going about 7 kilometres now. They've got the PTA speed just over 800. I've done almost done this this field here. This is about a 16 hectare field. I'm on just on the 3 rows of headland around the outside now. So yeah, I did one field, started yesterday evening. It's now Saturday the 5th. No, it's not. It's Friday, the something of October. The 6th, I think, 5th or the 6th of October. I started yesterday evening on a small field. That was on a ploughed field, so that was a bit more, couldn't go quite so fast on there, but you see it's not too bad. We're drilling King's Barn barley. At the moment we are at, let's have a look over here, 136 kilograms a hectare. We're in a variable seed rate plan, which is over here if I can get it. A bit jerky. I'll try and take a shot of that when I'm not moving. Then we've got the GPS here. The black line is the border of this part of the field, and the green is what I've done. So I've got 3 rows around the outside to do. So we now come up to the end of the field. Hi guys, I'm on the culti press here. If I can keep it still. Not very well, it's well rough. But yeah, we're going about, what speed are we going? 8, just over 8 kilometres now. So yeah, I finished drilling the barley yesterday evening. I saw that's rolled and that's all sprayed now. I'm just out doing this culti pressing. This is for sugar beet for next year. Just trying to knock it down. We had a couple of spots of rain, but that's stopped now. Hi guys, this is the end of part one. Before, well, those of you who remember last season, before something happened in the year, I'm sure you remember it, but that'll be at the beginning of the next video. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe and write some comments.